gano'n na katagal na breadwinner ka at ano-ano yung mga responsibilities mo? At paano mo to na ma-manage as a breadwinner?
So I started working nung 14 years old pa lang ako. And
saan to? Are we talking about sa Philippines pa rin?
Philippines. Dito talaga ako pinalaki. Dito ako na pinanganak. Actually, in reality, never pa ako lumalabas ng bansa. Once pa lang nung nag-Singapore kami. Pero for work lang din yon. So, ayun, nung 14 years old ako, medyo mahilig kasi talaga akong gumawa ng kung ano-ano. Mahilig akong magbenta. So sa school pa lang noon, gumagawa ako ng jewelry, gumagawa ako ng food noon, especially nung pandemic. So nung 14 ako doon, ako nag-start mag-work. And I would sell mga abubot-abubot sa school. Yung mga nabibili ko lang minsan sa Divisoria. And it went to a point na nag-makeup artist din ako sa school. And they'd pay me siguro mga tig 500 pesos. And lahat ng kinikita ko, syempre binibigay ko sa mom ko kaagad. And wala akong allowance before as a kid. Wala akong baon. Siguro minsan pagbabaunan ako ni mama, laging food. Ganun. So para ma-extend yung allowance ko, ayun, magbebenta ako ng jewelry, magbebenta ako ng food. And yun, gagawin ko ng makeup yung friends ko. And it went to a point na nag-start na yung online career ko. So yun talaga yung pinaka nakatulong sa akin tsaka sa family kong makaangat in a way or masustain yung living expenses namin. So, ayun, nag-start siya. I was, I think, 15 or 16 years old. Nag-start ako mag-content. And then, later on, siguro na pansin ng mga brands yung content ko. And
what kind of content are you doing?
Mostly beauty, fashion, and lifestyle talaga. Ayun. So, I had a couple of brands work with me. And then, what I did before was lahat ng kinikita ko talaga 100% would go to the family. Which, for me, was my responsibility as a breadwinner. Pero, grateful ako kasi I had my brother also with me who was a fellow breadwinner. But of course, when he got married, all of the responsibilities napunta na sa akin. So, tulad ng sinabi ni Joric kanina na hindi naman pwedeng ikaw lang yung responsible for everything. So, at the start, of course, 100%, lahat ibibigay mo, no? Lahat ibibigay mo sa kanila para lang ma-sustain, especially nung onti pa lang yung kinikita natin. Pero as time went by, na-realize ko na you also have to save for yourself. You have to save for your future. So, ngayon, nag-a-allocate na talaga ako ng percentage na lang of my income for the monthly expenses. So, doon talaga nag-start. And I really feel like it's also our responsibility na turuan or ipa-realize din sa mga taong pinaprovide natin na kaya din nila ang sarili nila. Diba? So, ayun, doon talaga siya nag-start. Alam mo,
nakarelate ako dun sa story mo na nagbebenta ng mga kung ano-ano. Kasi nung elementary ako, nahilig rin ako magbenta ng yema, tapos yung mga keychain.
Yes, oo.
Yan. Tapos halos lahat din. Nung simula elementary, na nag-high school ako, college, tapos nung sa office, nagbebenta rin ako sa office ng anything na may brochure. Yung mga
in-order. Talaga.
Meat, tapos
nauso yun, yung gano'n, may brochure.
May brochure.
Pautang,
pautang, exactly. So, I feel you, no, in terms of the earning opportunities na pwedeng i-unlock. And I wanted to know, no, ano naman yung parang turning point mo para gawin yung passion mo na pagkakitaan din. Which one is your parang passion na masasabi mong yun yung gusto mo talagang gawin?
Alam mo, yung passion ko talaga was to act. To be an actress. Ever since I was young, yun talaga, dun ko talaga nakikita yung sarili ko. Sinasabi ko sa sarili ko na I want to be the next Ann Curtis. Ganun, gusto ko makita sarili ko sa mga billboards or magkaroon ng movie. Yun talaga yung passion ko. But then again, hindi ko siya naipush because it wasn't as stable as I thought. It would, regardless of how hard you'd work, if it's not for you kasi talaga, it's really not gonna work out. So, I had my turning point after siguro mga 10 years being in the industry na it's really not for me. And then, I found entrepreneurship. So, nag-start ako sa business when nagbabenta-benta ako ever since elementary. Didn't know I had the skill for it.
Right.
And then, nag-turn ako into buying ukay-ukay clothes.
Talaga?
Oo, yung pamain-main pa.
Ang dami na-experience when it comes to entrepreneurship.
So, yeah. So, ang hilig ko kasi talaga mag-ukay-ukay and mahilig ako sa clothes. Sabi ko, bakit hindi ko to pagkakitaan? So, I would buy and then I would sell. Yung pa, may pabidding ko nun. So, after nun, that was during the pandemic, I realized it still wasn't as stable as I thought. So, sabi ko...
Yung ukay-ukay?
Yes, it still wasn't as stable. Especially nung nag-pandemic, diba? Close naman lahat ng ukay-ukay. So, sabi ko, gusto ko talaga ng mas stable na business more than anything. Then, I found passion in nails because I bite my nails. Hanggang wala akong nails ngayon kasi kapag stressed ako or kapag may iniisip, talagang I pick on it or I bite on it, ganyan. Hanggat sasabi ko, gusto ko nang i-stop yung habit ko ng pagbite ng nails. So, buta ako sa salon, paggawa ako. 5 days pa lang, natanggal na. Sabi ko na ba yan, 3,000 yung binayad ko, natanggal agad. Sabi ko, paano ba yan? Sabi ko, siguro kaya ko naman to gawin ng ako lang para makatipid. Kasi mahal din, di ba? Mahilig naman ako magkalikalikot. Bumili ako ng stuff sa Shopee lang. Tapos tinry ko. Tapos sobrang naging passionate ako about it na parang sobrang mabusisi siya. Sobrang perfectionist ko kasi. So talagang I would try to do my nails every other week, ganon. Until sinasabi sa akin ng mga tao na bakit di mo gawing business yan? Bakit di mo pagkakitaan? Sabi ko, ayoko. Sabi ko kasi sobrang passionate ko about it na baka ma-burn out ako pagka ginawa ko siyang work. Then, a few months later, na-discover ko yung technique namin, which is the Russian manicure technique.
What is this Russian manicure?
Russian manicure technique.
First time ko siyang marinig. Well, hindi naman ako ganun ka about beauty and nails and all that. Pero what's this technique?
This technique is actually one of the highest education techniques in the manicure world. Ooh. So only professionals and licensed technicians can perform this technique because it's very, very meticulous and we cut the skin sa cuticle as neatly as possible and it's considered medical grade.
Nabitin ka ba? Para sa iba pang praktikal at diskarte finance tips, follow and subscribe sa Para-Paraan with Salmon on YouTube, Spotify, and other socials.